Welcome to Daily Meditation with Sangha Live.
Alright, so welcome everyone. It's good to be with you again for this last meeting. I'm using a different microphone. Usually people say it's better, but the noise filtering is not that good as the previous one. I'm not seeing any responses on the chat to the microphone, so I assume it's okay. So today in this last meeting we'll attend in the direction of Metta to all beings. Now this also goes a little bit more in the direction of samadhi. There is something a little bit more general and unified in radiating and sending Metta to all beings versus sending Metta to a particular person or figure. At some point, this aspect of the Metta practice, the samadhi aspect, becomes very attractive. And at some point, during my history of Metta and then compassion practice, Rob had to insist a little bit. I mean, I was very happy to follow whatever he said, so he didn't need to insist much, but he needed to remind me, Yahel, actually do practice with the figures. Because practicing with the figures allows the Metta to really go into the actuality of relationships. It doesn't stay as a kind of general sense that you're perceiving your mind to be like and the world in general to be like, but then maybe there is some difficulty, or sometimes there is some difficulty to actually feel it towards your partner, or your friends, or definitely more difficult people. So he reminded me, actually go and practice with the figures. So in this week we were quite thorough and serious and devoted to practicing with the figures. And today we'll attend to all beings. It's lovely to see all your good mornings blessing each other. So I'll start by reading one of the suttas that are called the Metta Sutta, and this one you will be familiar with, or most of you will be. And it's translated by Ajahn Thanissaro, Ajahn Jeff. So, this is to be done by one skilled in aims, says the Buddha, who wants to break through the state of peace, be capable, upright, and straightforward, easy to instruct, gentle and not conceited, content and easy to support, with few duties, living lightly, with peaceful faculties, masterful, modest, and with no greed for supporters. Do not do the slightest thing that the wise would later censor. Think, happy, at rest. May all beings be happy at heart. Whatever beings there may be, weak or strong, without exception, long, large, middling, short, subtle, blatant, seen and unseen, near and far, born and seeking birth, may all beings be happy at heart. Let no one deceive another, or despise anyone anywhere, or through anger or irritation wish for another to suffer. As a mother would risk her life to protect her child, her only child, even so should one cultivate a limitless heart with regard to all beings. With goodwill for the entire cosmos, cultivate a limitless heart above, below, and all around, unobstructed, without enmity or hate. Whatever standing, maybe it's whenever standing, walking, sitting, or lying down, as long as one is alert, one should be resolved on this mindfulness. This is called a sublime abiding here and now. Let me read that last paragraph again, even though it's not actually the last paragraph of the sutta, and of course can go and look for the sutta if you want to. As a mother would risk her life to protect her child, her only child, even so should one cultivate a limitless heart with regard to all beings. With goodwill for the entire cosmos, cultivate a limitless heart, above, below, and all around, unobstructed, without enmity or hate. Whatever standing, walking, sitting, or lying down, as long as one is alert, one should be resolved on this mindfulness. This is called a sublime abiding here and now. So kindness, metta, goodwill to all beings. This is a sublime abiding here and now. Now, there are different ways to radiate or spread the metta to all beings. One way is to think in terms of categories of beings. So, short beings, long beings, furry beings, warm beings, cold beings, these kind of things. Why not? You know? When I began my metta practice, they guided us to radiate metta in kind of expanding circles to ourselves and then to everyone around us. Just in the immediate environment was the Dharma hall, obviously. Then from there expanding and radiating metta to everyone in the village or the city, and then expanding to the whole country and more and more. Sometimes here we still do it, and that has like the angle of emphasizing that we're radiating the metta equally to people that are, let's say, that are a part of our immediate political affiliation and affiliation in terms of nation, and to others equally. So in Israel, we sometimes emphasize that. But for the sake of samadhi, there are other ways of doing that. One way that can be quite natural is opening to metta to all beings based on the bodily sensitivity. So in these meetings, following Rob's instructions in his metta retreat, we really emphasized the sensitivity to the whole body. And the whole body being a kind of vehicle, a vessel from to the metta that slowly also transforms to being sensed as a place of metta, as an expression of metta in a way. So sensitive to this body, perhaps a little bit wider than the boundaries of the physical body, and letting the metta just gently radiate across the body, perhaps starting with the figure to create the metta and then letting the body experience it and enjoy it, one can sense the metta just gently pulsing out, like the warmth of the body. Just gently pulsing and radiating out in all directions. So to the front, to the back, to the right side, to the left side, upwards and downwards. So there's this sense of metta just kind of pulsing everywhere and expanding from there. Sometimes in these meetings, I also introduce the possibility to tune into a sense of awareness that holds equally or tends equally to whatever is inner and outer. Broader than the boundaries of the body, just in a way without boundary, expanding, holding, touching equally whatever is inner and outer, and doing that with the attitude, with the approach of metta, of loving kindness. Doing that again and again, there can be a sense that the entire world, with everything in it, is held in, and at some point, a sense that it is metta. The solidity of things begins to fade a little bit, begins to become less kind of constructed and heavy. And the quality of metta, which is in a way more real than the apparent selfness and apparent reality of this and that, begins to become like a ground for the heart and mind. In a way, the heart and mind perceives that as being a ground for the world. So then the metta radiates out very easily, and all beings are part of that. A variation on that will be to attune to a specific quality that is all-encompassing, like the quality of space. So you attune to the quality of space, which is different than vastness. Space is the lack of materiality, is the space in which things can move through, in which there is no obstacle. So you can tune to the sense of space, recognize that everything is suffused in space, that everything is space in a way, or characterized by space, everything inner and outer, and then the metta can flow so easily. Nothing hinders it. And space encompasses your being, all things and all beings. So the metta just takes everything. So we'll experiment with some of these ways in meditation. Please find a way to sit, stand or lie down. Of course, you can also walk back and forth. Find a way to practice that works for you. And first, let yourself feel your body and reduce any demand with regard to the body, with regard to how it should be, how it should feel like. See if there is anything that you can do to make the posture more easeful. And also to allow the body to be open and upright. One way to do it is to be sensitive to your sitting bones and notice if they're carrying equal weight. If they don't, invite the body to intuitively relax some of the muscles so they will carry equal weight. Allowing the body to be well seated and also open and upright. Then you can scan your body and relax whatever is tense. You can at first do it intuitively. And then in a more systematic way, starting from the top of the head, and gradually making your way down, inviting your awareness to touch and relax different parts of the body, one after another. Touching and relaxing. We'll take a couple of minutes for that. can take a few more seconds to this process or movement of scanning, touching, and relaxing the body. And of course, if there is a need, at any point you can come back to it. It's often helpful if there is a lot of restlessness or tiredness. And if and when it feels right, you can make yourself sensitive to the whole body. The sensitivity can be a little bit wider than the boundaries of the physical body, so it includes some of the space around the body. So you're sitting with your body suffused and surrounded with sensitivity, awareness. Sometimes it's helpful to find a center for your attention. That center can be at the heart area or elsewhere. And perhaps it's possible not only to be aware of that center and the whole body, but to invite the awareness to open from that center. So from the heart, expanding out, opening, sensitive to the whole body. You can even imagine your awareness moving down, flowing down from the head to the heart or the other center and finding its place there. Opening from there. In the field of the body, there will be all sorts of vibrations and densities and frequencies. See if you can include all of them. The obvious ones, the subtle ones. The more dense ones, the more spacious. The pleasant and the unpleasant. And the neutral, expanding again and again. Notice how it feels when you're opening the sensitivity to the whole body. It's very possible that there will be something slightly pleasant just in that. If it feels right, you can make your sensitivity as loving and kind as possible. Touching, holding with kindness the whole body, with everything in it. This is not necessarily a default mode of the sensitivity that usually has a tendency to push and pull a little bit, so you may need to encourage it again and again. You can use the phrases as a reminder. By now you probably have phrases that you know that are working for you. So tending to the body with kindness, friendliness. And just for a minute, you can play with visual imagination. So you may notice that there is anyway some kind of imagination of the body, of your legs or torso, etc. It's usually there. And usually it's quite gentle, really in the background. How about playing with it just a tiny bit, inviting your heart to radiate warm light. Suffuse, surround the body with that warm light, radiating kindness, touching the body with care, with love. And with this visual imagination, or with the phrases, or just with the sense of the body, invite the metta to radiate out as well. As the sensitivity is a bit wider than the physical body, it's anyway radiating out, but you can notice it glowing a little bit. Then maybe make yourself especially sensitive to the front part of the body. To this whole aspect of body that includes the face and throat and the chest and the front part of the hands, the belly, the pelvis and the legs, everything. And let the metta, the kindness, incline, move in that direction. Hold and touch especially the front part of the body. And then from there you can invite it to glow, to radiate gently out to everything and everyone that's in front. Find your poise and tune your effort. So you can gently nourish the metta from the heart to the front of the body, outwards, radiating out, glowing out. You can use the visual imagination or the phrases if you wish, or just have the sense of the body. Naturally radiating metta. Then, if it feels right, you can move your attention to the right part of the body, making yourself sensitive to the whole right aspect. So the face, the neck and the shoulder and the hand, the side of the body, the pelvis and the leg. Sensitive to all that, radiating metta, holding with metta. All right side of the body. Play with it a little bit. Find your ease with it. Invite the body to enjoy the metta, and then allow it to radiate out to everything that's to the right of you. gently pulsing out. From there, you can invite your attention to move to the back part of the body. And you can practice in exactly this same way. Make yourself sensitive to the whole back part of the body. Attend to it with kindness. And invite it to radiate out. To everyone and everything behind you. And then in just the same way to the left part of the body. And to everything and everyone on your left. And then just very shortly, for a very short time, upwards, the whole upper part of the body and everything and everyone above you. The lower part of the body and everything and everyone below. And then again to the whole body. As one thing. Full of metta, radiating metta in all directions at once. And then you can invite your awareness to be more open than that. Just gently expand out. Let it find no boundary. If you're sensing you're doing a lot of effort with it, relax it. Awareness naturally wants to do that. The metta radiates out, touching all beings in all directions. Touching, holding gently, respectfully, wishing well. To human beings, to other beings. Wishing safety and protection and happiness and peace. Perhaps it feels wonderful, and then you can enjoy it. Perhaps it doesn't, and it doesn't actually matter so much. Seeding seeds. With gentleness and persistence. Seeding seeds. Stream of intentions. Blessing all beings' life. So with this, let your meditative posture relax. Let your meditative intention relax as well. Let your heart recall and take a note of anything that was helpful in this meditation, perhaps in previous meditations, anything that you would like to remember and perhaps repeat in the future. And with this, you can open your eyes if they were closed.
Today's podcast is an offering to you from our archive of freely available live daily classes. We make wisdom teachings and meditations as freely available as possible to as many people as wish to practice. You can help ensure we can continue to support a worldwide Sangha by leaving a review wherever you get your podcasts, by sharing this with someone who'd be interested, and by offering a small financial support at sangha.live/donate.